Infinite love, beautiful people, and welcome back to our new video. So how do we live as one whole movement of a life? How do we live not being divided? Is this a real spiritual life, or we have to live divided? So to find out this, as always, we have to be able to observe without our own thoughts, without our own commenting and comparing on that what we see. Something like a scientist do when he observes experiment, but even beyond that, because mostly the scientists want to confirm his theory, so he's leaning to that. But you have to be completely there observing what it is without you wanting to change anything. The more you do this, the more you develop the skill of observation. So by doing this, you will be seeing that our own ego, mind, and higher self and personality and everything that this modern spirituality is bringing is actually one. And it is all created by a thought. So the more you observe, the deeper you go, you will see that the division begins with only one thing, and that is not going through the experience completely. What do I mean by that? So when you go to a pleasant experience, for example, you like the experience. When it's over, you say it was beautiful, and you repeat it inside your head again, and again, and you want to do it again. So you have not been finished with the experience. Instead, you are going for a pleasure. So you want to repeat it. So you are doing the experience over and over and over. And same with the bad experience. If you had a bad experience and you are constantly remembering this over and over and over, you have not been done with it. Actually, you are creating a trauma, because the more you think about it, your brain creates the same things, same feelings and emotions that you had in the moment of trauma. So doing all of this constantly, our brain is becoming more and more neurotic, and we became divided. So next thing that is creating division, so it is continuing on this, not finishing through experience, and that is a thought. This thought is not complete, it is limited, because when you see something beautiful, let's say for example a picture of a mountain or a river, and you have to say someone that you've seen a beautiful picture, you can never explain them what it really is. Actually, you will just bring some small words. It's a beautiful picture of a river, and he will create it something in his head from his own limited experience, but it won't be that. So the words are diminishing, smaller, and they are dividing. The more you think, the more you become divided. And we are not talking about thinking that has creativity, like thinking how to plan your next move, what you will do on your job, or technologically, but constantly repeating same thing is creating a division, and you are becoming more neurotic and neurotic. So now that we have seen that we are neurotic, we want to escape from it. We want to finish this. So naturally, we start to create and divide even further, because one fragment is trying to control the other fragment. We create ego, we create mind, we create higher self, we create all kinds of silly things. And if you observe it completely, if you know how the thought is functioning, then you will see that all of these things are created by a thought. And everything is part of you. So your mind is part of you. Your ego is part of you. Awareness is part of you. Attention is you. So, when you see this as a whole, one movement, you are actually bringing all of this divided part together. And the more you are attentive, the more you allow this to happen. So when you give attention, when you observe everything that's happening inside you and around you, all of these parts are coming together, becoming one. Now the mind is not against heart. Heart is not against mind. Now there is no some higher self that will tell you what to do, and there is no smaller self that has to listen. There is universal intelligence flowing through you. So actually you are allowing it, and you're becoming love, compassion. The more you give attention, the more you give love, because attention is love. What do you do when you love someone? You give him attention. You listen to him or her. You give everything to hear or to see what this person is trying to tell you. So attention is love. The more you are attentive with yourself, the more one whole movement of life you are becoming, and allowing everything to be as it is. When you destroy the division inside you by staying with it, by allowing it to flower, every emotion that you have, either good or bad, stay with it. Allow the complete flowering, and you will see for yourself what happens. So, as always, you have to implement this in your life. You actually have to do this. Telling you what is and how to function this doesn't mean a thing, because you have to actually see this for yourself. And that is why no guru in the world can help you. Nobody can help you. All they can do is point, say, this is here, but you have to try this for yourself. You have to see for yourself. So do not accept anything from anyone. Just observe and see, does it really work? So thank you for inquiring with me. I hope you will actually try this for yourself and see, is it work? Thank you for inquiring with me, and until next video, infinite love.